think I belong here. I don't think I fit in.
Oh, nonsense. Of course you do.
No, I mean it. I mean it. It's just somebody must have goofed if I gotta stay here another day.
Peace. It's Professor Griff, public enemy, the ex-minister.
Which means it's too strong.
Peace. All right. Give me a thumbs up, black power sign, peace, if you can hear me. Testing the microphone test, 1, 2. Microphone, I'm testing the microphone. Give me a heads up, double B, give me a heads up if you can hear me. Thumbs up, peace sign, black power fist, something. I need to know what's good with you, man. So I'm just coming on briefly. I want to ask the audience real quick. Should I talk about the 50th year anniversary that CBS put on dealing with hip hop? Let me know. All right. Should we talk about the 50th anniversary of hip hop put on by CBS? Somebody give me a heads up. Let me know. Need to know. Peace, what's good with you? Shout out to everybody that's coming on. This is Professor Griffin. Of course, y'all already know this is Serious Minds RN TV. Need to know. You said yes. All right. Salutes, you said yes. All right. C. Diggs, why did you say no? Talk to me. Why shouldn't I talk about it? KRS-One talked about it. Why can't I talk about it? Double B said yes. Construction Site Media TV said, hey, let's talk about it. All right, we got one lone dissenter. C. Diggs, why shouldn't we talk about it? C. Diggs. I tell you what, we're going to talk. Nisa Shabazz, peace, what's good? We're going to talk about Nisa. I need a high-res image of the flyer so I can put it up. I'm going to talk about it for 7 minutes and I'm gone. I'm going to let Server talk about it. I'm going to let Server sit in my seat. He's going to talk about it and I'll be right back. Here you go, Server. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Minister Server. You can have a seat right there in the King's throne. All right, y'all give it up for Server.
What's up, people? Of course, I didn't know I was going to be on here and whatnot. And listen, when we talk about the Hip Hop 50, man, you know, there's been a lot of conversation. Of course, as Griff said, I'm sure most people have seen the comments that Blastmaster KRS-One, the teacher, made. And I definitely agree with most of what he said. You know, of course, you know, the one thing I hope people heard Chris say from the door is that he is a hip-hop extremist. You know what I'm saying? Some of us take hip-hop way more serious than just rap music. You know, we've been telling y'all for the longest time, at least about 30 years now, rap is something you do, hip-hop is something you live. So it's not surprising that Chris took that view with the Grammys. For those that don't know, he also was asked to be at Yankee Stadium. And Chris is from the Bronx. And mind you, Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, Hip Hop 50, Chris turned that down. Now, he did appear because Fat Joe and him made an agreement, you know, for him to come there just to make an appearance. But Chris is staunchly against the corporations exploiting the culture. And, you know, people can have their point of view on that. I am curious to see what people think about it, though, because, you know, one of the things I often talk about, you know, there's a difference between hip-hop culture and hip-hop corporation. And that each person has to decide where they are in that, you know. If we're talking about hip-hop 50, really, you know, to keep it really, really real, if we're not talking about what was going on between 1973 and 1978, then we're really celebrating, for the most part, rap music. You know, there was no rap music in 73. There were no rap groups in 73. You know what I'm saying? So we have to talk about, what do we really celebrate if we're celebrating Hip Hop 50 and we're only dealing with rap? Are we celebrating the culture? Are we celebrating the young black and brown people that were using these ancient African elements to achieve peace, love, unity, safely having fun? Are we talking about what was going on? You know, one thing that hasn't been talked about enough, in my opinion, again, we haven't talked about the contributions of the Universal Zulu Nation. Now, of course, you know that there's some controversy with Africa Bambaataa and the horrific allegations made against him. And yet I would submit that does not discount the work of the Universal Zulu Nation. Now, we go back and forth about Bam's guilt or innocence. But as I tell people here, you know, me being a part of the Universal Zulu Nation, you can't discount the work that was done. You know what I'm saying? So we talk about Hip Hop 50. There's been a lot of conversations, you know, about, you know, rap music and, you know, celebrating a lot of artists. And mind you, I don't have a problem with that. I think particularly some of the golden age artists, some of the artists that didn't really get their props, people don't really know about them. It's good to celebrate them. And personally, I wasn't expecting the Grammys to do anything more than what they did. The Grammys celebrate music, so I wasn't looking for them to have any type of b-boy presentation or a graffiti art or even the whole DJ thing. Even though I'm glad they did have, you know, Jazzy Jeff and some of the other DJs there representing. But we in the culture, we can't expect the corporation to do anything for us. You know what I'm saying? It's on us. So anything that they do, cool. Anything that they don't do, is on us to do. So as far as, you know, being mad at the Grammys, or it's not about being mad at the Grammys, it's about understanding there's a difference between Hip Hop Corporation and hip hop culture. And of course, you know, Chris has never made any bones about it, that he represents the culture. So I'm not surprised that they took their point of view, even though it could be argued that he's been involved in other events. So what was the real difference? You know what I'm saying?
What do you think the Grammys really mean something to black people after they've shunned hip hop for 49 years?
No, I don't. I think, again, that, you know, as I said, I think the Grammys is done what most of the corporations have done. They don't care about the culture. They want to eat off the culture as much as possible. That's what they do. That's what they've been doing, which is why we talk about the difference between hip hop culture and hip hop corporation. As I said, you know, if you don't know what was going on between 1973 and 1978, then you're not really celebrating Hip Hop 50.
Right,
you know right. Because rap music started 79. Most of the presentations are about rap music.
Right. Did you speak to the fact that the other three elements were left out, and then mainly the fifth element?
Yeah. No.
Hold on 1 second. Quan, what's good with you, Quan? Quan is always on deck. Quan is my moderator. And then there's some faithful family, not followers, family that's always on here, simply because this is Serious Minds. And yeah. So then if you want to put up Quan's click it, show up there.
Okay, word.
All right.
Word.
So yeah, so if black people, it looked like black people invest their time and energy into watching the Grammys, being up, seeing who showed up at the Grammys, who's in the audience. You understand what I'm saying? I noticed the last 5 shows that were like that always said Sexy Red and Gorilla and, you know, Turkish Taffy and Little Skid Mark and the rest of these other people, man. But they left out Kool Moe Dee. You understand what I'm saying? You left out some people that I know should have been there.
Again, man, you know, they've never cared about us, bro. And that's the thing that we know. So for us to even expect that, you know, and yet everybody that was there could justify their own reasons for being there.
But how about the people that was there? They don't care about the people that weren't there, like Lauryn Hill and other people?
But again, you know, according to Quest, everybody that people were naming were people that was just absent. We were talking about for MC Hammer and KRS pretty much said the same thing, right?
Right. Yeah, Hammer should have been there.
But as Hammer said, he didn't want to deal with all the fakeness. You know what I'm saying? And for those of us that know behind the curtain, they know it's a lot of fakeness, even with the so-called conscious people. So
right. All right. So we only said we was going to be on here for 7 minutes. That's our time, family. Love y'all to life. I will be back. I'll be back on before, you know, definitely closing out this year and whatever that's supposed to mean. You understand? Whatever cycle that's we're supposed to be closing out, entering into a new phase. We'll talk about that. All right, this is Professor Griff. This is Minister Server.
Salute.
Salute. Peace. Peace, fam. All right, Quan, I'll speak with you. All right. All right, peace.